These are sayings by the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, who was the sixth Rebbe of Chabad. He passed away in 1950 in the United States. The last 10 years of his life was of his life was in the United States. And he was the Rebbe of Chabad for 30 years. The first 30 years, he was under communist Russia. He made a frontal war against communism by educating children Torah and spreading out Torah and encouraging people to do commandments. And finally, they caught him, sentenced him to death. Miraculously, he got out, and he was evicted really from Russia, which was an amazing miracle because he was supposed to have been killed any moment, and he wasn't. And he got out, and the next 10 years of his life, he was spent mostly in Poland. And then when the Nazis attacked, so he was one of the last boats out to the USA. And the last 10 years of his life, he was in the United States, and he said to melt the ice. His whole life was a life of total self-sacrifice. He was a genius. He had an incredible love of every single Jew, even those Jews that hated him. And he was the Lubavitcher Rebbe always said that the previous Rebbe, he was really the Rebbe, and that he's just filling his chair. He's just taking his place, carrying on his work. So here's sayings from the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe as gathered together by our Rebbe in a book which is called HaYom. This is our Rebbe. But my grandfather once explained in a Hasidic discourse, it says in the Gemara that Rebbe Elazar, and it's Gemara Baba Batra, says, Rebbe Elazar, he would give a coin to a poor person before he would pray, and then he would pray. Prayer has to be with life. Praying is not just a religious thing. It has to be alive. What do you mean? That you're actually connecting to the Creator. By giving money before you pray, you give charity to a poor person, so you're giving that poor person life. By means of that, then God gives you life, and with a degree of aliveness, of, how do you say, inspiration. When he said that, a great increase in life, when he says my grandfather, he's talking about the fourth Rebbe of Chabad. He said, when you give charity before you pray, so that gives him life, and then God gives you life, and he lifted his hand, increases life. So saying, he motioned with his hand an upward gesture to indicate that the increase is beyond imagination. My father would also sometimes look around for a poor person before he prayed in order to give him some food or to give him some money to buy food with. So charity is a wonderful thing. And just that's one of the solutions to the world's problems is charity. And one of the things why the Rebbe used to give out dollars every Sunday, people would pass by the Rebbe, thousands of people, and the Rebbe would give everybody $1 and give them a small blessing with the idea that I'm giving you this $1, you also give money to charity. You want to keep this $1, keep it, but you should give your own money to charity, $1 more, whatever you want. To give the idea of giving, the money that we have is not ours. It's just entrusted to us to help other people. When you see somebody that needs it, to give it to them. And when we give, then that opens up our vessel that God gives us even more. And then we can give more. And that's the idea that everyone in the world is going to be rich. It says when Mashiach comes, that everyone will be rich, because everyone will have the feeling that everything I've got is a gift. And the reason I have this gift is in order to do a big commandment with it and give to others. It's a big opportunity to give. To give is much, much better than to receive. Okay, now a story. Story time. Here we